Most drivers are getting ripped off without even knowing it. Mechanics don't always lie, but they sure don't tell you everything. Today, we're revealing 20 repair secrets that can save you over $2,000 a year if you know what to look for. Let's start with a quick fix that could destroy your AC. Secret number 20. If your AC starts getting warm, don't just keep recharging it. When your AC starts losing its chill, it's easy to just top it off with a can from the store and move on. But here's what most people don't realize. Every time you lose refrigerant, you're also losing oil, and that oil is what keeps your compressor alive. Running low for too long is how compressors burn out. It doesn't happen overnight, but slowly, quietly, until one day it locks up and you're hit with a $1,000 repair bill. Instead, catch the leak early. Add some UV dye and check with a black light. Many cars already have dye in the system from the factory. Or use a refrigerant sniffer to find tiny leaks. A $5 O-ring or a $100 condenser fix now can save your whole AC system later. Also, run your AC year-round, even in winter. To keep seals lubricated, the oil needs to circulate or things dry out and start leaking. Trust me, a little attention now keeps your summer cool and your wallet unburned. Secret number 19. Buy OEM parts without paying dealer prices. Here's a dirty little secret most dealerships won't tell you. That pricey, genuine part in the box, it's often made by the exact same company that sells it for half the price, just without the fancy label. That $120 Honda oxygen sensor, it's a $60 Denso part in disguise. Same with BMW coils stamped Bosch, or Jaguar water pumps that are literally Ford parts underneath. The trick? Look up the original part number, or check what brand is etched on the factory part. Then search that brand directly, online, through forums, or even parts sites like RockAuto or CarPart.com. You'll find that same exact part, just without the markup. We're talking 50 to 80% savings on everything from sensors to spark plugs. And these aren't cheap knockoffs. These are the parts your car came with, just in a different box. Skip the mystery brands. Stick to known OEM suppliers like Aisin, Bosch, Denso, or Delphi, and you'll get factory quality without the factory price. It's the smartest way to buy parts, and your wallet will thank you every single time. But even the smartest buyer forgets about the one thing that can quietly eat your brakes from the inside out. Secret number 18, the $80 flush that can save you $1,300. Most people never think twice about their brake fluid until they're handed a 4-digit repair bill. But here's the truth. Brake fluid quietly absorbs moisture over time, like a sponge, and that water turns into a silent killer inside your braking system. After just 2 to 3 years, contaminated fluid can corrode your ABS pump, seize your calipers, and rot brake lines from the inside out. An ABS module alone? That's $1,200 out of your pocket. Easy. All because you skipped a simple, cheap flush. A proper brake fluid flush costs about $80 at a shop, or less than $20 if you do it yourself. And it doesn't just save you from breakdowns. It actually improves braking feel. Fresh fluid gives you a firmer pedal and better stopping power when it counts most. Think of it like an oil change for your brakes. Skip it and the damage builds slowly. Stay on top of it and your car's most important safety system stays strong for years. Secret number 17. Change your coolant or pay for a head gasket. Coolant isn't just colored water, it's a chemical shield protecting your engine from itself. But here's the catch. Over time, that shield breaks down and turns into a slow-moving acid bath. Yep, old coolant can drop below pH 7 and start eating through metal. That means rust in your radiator, electrolysis in your heater core, and even internal corrosion that kills your head gasket or cylinder head. And when that happens, you're looking at repairs that can cost more than the car is worth. A gallon of fresh coolant costs about $20. That's pennies compared to the $1,500 bill for replacing a rotted heater core buried behind your dash. Smart owners flush every 3 to 4 years, not just the factory 100K miles. Just make sure you use the right type of coolant. Mix the wrong ones, and you'll get sludge or chemical breakdowns that wreck your system. Before we move on, hit subscribe, because if your mechanic won't tell you this stuff, we will. And trust me, your car and your wallet will both drive better for it. Secret number 16, the $10 fluid that saves an $800 steering rack. Power steering fluid is like the forgotten oil in your car. People change their engine oil, maybe their transmission fluid, but steering fluid? It's usually ignored until the rack fails and you're staring at an $800 repair bill. Here's what happens. Over time, that fluid gets dirty. Tiny metal shavings from the pump and rack float around, grinding away at seals and valves. Dirty fluid leads to leaks, jerky steering, or that dreaded morning stiffness when the wheel feels locked up. But the fix is stupid simple. Every 50,000 miles, or even once a year, you can refresh the fluid with a cheap $5 turkey baster and a bottle of the right power steering fluid. Suck the old stuff out, refill, drive, and repeat. No need for a full flush. Clean fluid keeps your pump quiet, your steering smooth, and your rack alive for the long haul. It's a tiny maintenance move most people skip, and it ends up costing them big. And speaking of things people skip, the next one could save you hundreds by replacing a part no bigger than a golf ball. Secret number 15, don't replace the whole part. Fix the bit that's broken. Here's a dirty little secret dealerships won't tell you. Most of the time, you don't need that entire $300 part replaced. You just need the small piece inside it that actually failed. Take suspension bushings. Dealers love to sell you the whole control arm when only a $20 rubber bushing is worn out. But if you find a good mechanic, or better yet, do a little research, you can press in a new one and keep driving. Same story with window regulators, seat tracks, even alternators. There's a whole underground world of DIYers and pros who fix the actual problem, not the whole assembly. A cracked plastic slider? Replace the clip, not the motor. A bad capacitor in your AC control module? A $1 part, not a $500 module. This is how old school mechanics used to work, and it still works today. Sure, it takes a little more digging, but you save big money and often get a stronger, longer-lasting upgrade. Repair smart, and you won't just fix your car, you'll outsmart the system. Secret number 14, change that lifetime gear oil or kill your AWD. If your car's differential or transfer case fluid is still the same stuff it left the factory with, you're driving a ticking time bomb. Manufacturers love calling it lifetime fluid, but what they really mean is until the warranty expires. Over time, that gear oil breaks down, loses its protective additives, and picks up metal shavings and moisture. The result? You get diff whine, sticky AWD clutches, and eventually, total failure of components that cost over $1,000 to replace. The good news? Fresh fluid is cheap, and the job is easy. A simple drain and refill every 30K, 50K miles can keep those hypoid gears and clutch packs swimming happily. People who skip it often end up with nasty surprises, like burned transfer cases or leaking axle seals from acidic oil. Think of it like changing your engine oil, but for the parts most people forget, it's a tiny maintenance step that prevents huge headaches, especially if you tow, off-road, or drive long distances. But not all the threats are mechanical. Some sneak in when your car is just sitting still, just like this next one. Secret number 13, rodent-proof your ride or risk, a $4,000 wiring nightmare. Here's a weird but expensive truth. Your car's wiring smells like food to rats. Modern wiring often uses soy-based insulation, and rodents love it. They'll crawl into your engine bay, nest in your HVAC ducts, and chew right through sensor wires like it's spaghetti night. One nibble, and your car might not even start. Some victims get off with a $100 sensor fix. Others, they face a full wiring harness replacement, costing anywhere from $1,000 to $4,000 or more. One Tesla owner shared that after rats destroyed his wiring, the dealer quoted over $7,000 in repairs. That's when he installed an ultrasonic rodent repeller and started placing peppermint oil-soaked cotton balls under the hood. He hasn't had a single issue since. The best part? That fix cost him under $25. Peppermint oil, garlic sprays, ultrasonic devices, even capsaicin-infused electrical tape from Honda. These simple tools can stop rodents before they move in. Throw in mothballs, stainless steel mesh over air inlets, and a clean parking space, and you've got a fortress. Rodent claims are rising fast, and even if insurance covers it, your deductible and downtime won't be cheap. Secret number 12. Skip the dealer, keep the cash. Think the dealership is your only safe bet for car repairs? That's what they want you to believe. But the truth is, that shiny service desk is also a money vacuum. Dealers often charge $150 to $200 an hour for labor. Meanwhile, a solid independent shop might do the exact same job for $100. That's half the price for the same fix. And it doesn't stop there. Dealers usually push expensive branded parts with high markups. A smart independent? They'll install the exact same part from the same manufacturer for a fraction of the cost. Sometimes even let you bring your own. Many independent shops are run by ex-dealer master techs. They know the shortcuts, the common failures, and the honest fixes. Plus, no corporate quotas, no pressure sales. Bottom line, you're not paying for quality at the dealer. You're paying for overhead, upsells, and a logo. Switch to a trusted indie shop and you could save thousands without cutting corners. But even the best mechanic can't help you if this next threat eats your car from the bottom up. Secret number 11. Oil spray your undercarriage and outsmart rust for years. If you live where winters mean salted roads, rust isn't just annoying, it's what kills your car. But here's the trick longtime Rust Belt drivers swear by. Spray your undercarriage with an oil-based rust proofer once a year. It's messy, yes, but it works. Products like fluid film, Crown, or even DIY mixes made from bar and chain oil creep into seams, frame rails, brake lines, and body cavities. They coat the metal, block salt and moisture, and prevent that crusty brown cancer from ever taking hold. Done yearly, this one step can add 3 to 5 extra years to your car's lifespan. One Car Talk user said it took their rust-prone car from a 10-year rust out to 14+ years of solid life. And a Tesla owner who DIYs with fluid film reported factory-fresh brake lines after 15 salty winters. It's not pretty. Expect drips, dirty gloves, and annoyed mechanics. But the payoff is real. Skip this, and you'll be patching floor pans, replacing fuel lines, or junking a car that still runs great, just not safely. Secret number 10. Keep your EV battery cool, and it'll last years longer. Here's something most EV and hybrid owners overlook. Heat is your battery's worst enemy. That giant, expensive pack under your floor, it hates extreme temps. In hot climates, early Nissan Leafs without active cooling lost up to 20% capacity in just a few years. Once the battery starts degrading, you're looking at a repair bill in the thousands. Or worse, a car that's not worth fixing. But the good news? You can fight back with smart thermal management. In summer, pre-cool the cabin and battery while the car's still plugged in. Use that app feature. Most EVs have it. In hybrids, park in shade or a garage. Avoid keeping the battery at 100% charge, especially in the heat. Stick to 80 to 90% for daily use, and you'll dramatically increase its lifespan. Even cold has tricks. Pre-warm in winter, keep intake vents clean, especially in Priuses, and avoid draining to 0% unless absolutely necessary. Treat your battery like an engine. It needs temperature control and care. Get this right, and you may never need a replacement. But while batteries hate heat, the next disaster starts with something missing right inside your fuel. Secret number 9. Add this $1 trick to diesel and dodge an $8,000 repair. Modern diesel fuel might meet emissions standards, but it's terrible for your fuel pump. Ultra-low sulfur diesel has way less natural lubricity than the old stuff, and that's led to a flood of high-pressure pump failures, especially in trucks running Bosch CP4 systems. When those pumps go, they don't just fail, they grenade, sending metal through the injectors and fuel lines. That turns into an $8,000 to $12,000 repair real fast. But there's a simple fix diesel veterans have known for years. Add a splash of ashless 2-stroke oil to your tank. 1 pint per 25 gallons. That's it. For about $1 a tank, you're giving the fuel system the lubrication it was designed for, just like pre-2006 diesel. Lab tests show it can reduce wear scars by over 160 microns. That's the difference between smooth operation and metal-on-metal grind. Plenty of owners report quieter pumps, smoother idles, and fewer injector issues. And yeah, it's not factory approved, but after your warranty's up, this tiny $1 habit can quietly save you from a 5-figure disaster. Secret number 8. Fix your car's weak spots before they break. Every car has a weak link, some little part or design flaw that fails like clockwork. And the smartest thing you can do? Fix it before it leaves you stranded or wrecks something bigger. A plastic water pump at $60K, a brittle heater hose connector, a rattling timing chain tensioner. These aren't surprises if you've done your homework. The trick is simple. Dig into forums, check technical service bulletins, and find out what fails on your specific make and model. Then handle it proactively. Spend $100 now replacing a plastic fitting, and you might avoid a $5,000 head gasket job later. It's how people run cars to 250K miles without drama. Want real-world proof? Subaru owners plan for head gasket swaps. Volkswagen owners preemptively upgrade flywheels, and Jeep guys swap sensors before failure. This isn't paranoia, it's strategy. Replace known failure points on your schedule, not when you're broken down on the side of the road. It's how high-mileage cars stay reliable, and how you avoid massive preventable repair bills. It's smart to fix what's likely to fail, but the next issue? It starts before you ever notice a thing. Secret number 7. Stop carbon buildup before it costs you $700. If you've got a car with direct injection, your intake valves are slowly getting caked in carbon. And no, fuel system cleaner won't help. Unlike older engines, GDI systems inject fuel straight into the cylinder, so the intake valves never get washed. Instead, hot oily vapors hit them non-stop, baking into sludge. That buildup can cause rough, idle, power loss, and even misfires as early as 40,000 miles. The fix? A $700 walnut blasting service. Or you install a catch can. A catch can is a small, simple device that traps those oily vapors before they ever reach your valves. It's easy to install, an hour tops, and many drivers collect several ounces of gunk every oil change. That's sludge that's not coating your engine internals. Cleaner valves mean better airflow, smoother starts, and fewer carbon-related repairs. For under $100, you can avoid $500, $700 cleanings and keep your engine running like new. It's one of the cheapest, smartest upgrades you can do, especially if you plan on keeping your car long-term. Secret number 6. Hit the junkyard and save thousands on big repairs. If your engine blows or your transmission quits, don't panic, and definitely don't rush to the dealership. Before you drop $4,000 on a rebuild, check the local salvage yard. Wrecked cars often have perfectly good powertrains, and you can grab a full engine for $250 or $600, sometimes less if you pull it yourself. That's a potential $2,500 plus in savings right there. And it's not just engines. Think about high-dollar parts that don't usually wear out, like ECMs, AC compressors, wiring harnesses, or even full doors and bumpers. One guy fixed a chewed engine harness for $50 using a junkyard part. Dealer quote, over $1,000. Plus, you might score body panels in the same paint color and skip the body shop altogether. Yes, it takes a bit of hunting and tools, but it's worth it. Many yards offer part-pulling services and short warranties, and sites like carpart.com help you find what fits your ride. Salvage yards are a goldmine of OEM parts for pennies on the dollar. Don't overlook them. Secret number 5. Get in alignment, double your tire life, and drive straighter. Here's what most drivers don't realize. Just a tiny misalignment, like 1/8 of an inch, can wear out your tires fast. One tire chain put it best. That small toe out is like dragging your tires sideways for 28 feet every mile. Multiply that over thousands of miles, you're literally grinding rubber off your $600 tire set for no reason. And it's not just tires. Misalignment messes with your fuel economy, adds strain on your suspension, and makes your car wander on the highway like it's had too much coffee. The fix? Get a 4-wheel alignment once a year, or whenever you hit a nasty pothole, do suspension work, or notice uneven tire wear. It usually runs $80 or $100, but it can double your tire life and make your car drive like new. Pro tip, always check rear alignment too. Many shops skip it, and if you're buying new tires, don't waste that fresh rubber by skipping an alignment. Secret number 4. Don't fear the check engine light. Scan it yourself. That glowing check engine light, it's not always the car's death sentence. In fact, one of the top reasons it turns on is a loose gas cap. Yep, a cap that's not clicked tight can trigger a warning that sends people straight to the dealer. Wallet open. Here's the fix. Walk into AutoZone or O'Reilly and ask for a free OBD2 scan. They'll give you a code like P0456. Pop that into Google with your car model and boom, you've got insight. No $120 diagnostic fee. No mystery. Better yet, for under $20, grab your own scanner or Bluetooth adapter. With a free app, your phone becomes a window into your car's brain. You'll know if it's an O2 sensor or just vapor leaks. Stuff dealers sometimes use to upsell thousands in repairs. Ignoring the light? Bad move. A $10 spark plug problem can spiral into an $800 converter. Scan early. Act smart. Stay in control. You've handled what's under the car. Now let's tackle what's blinking right in front of you. Secret number 3. Find hidden warranties that can save you thousands. Automakers don't always announce when they'll fix a problem for free, but that doesn't mean they won't. These secret warranties, or service campaigns, quietly cover known defects after the regular warranty ends, but only if you know to ask. Dealers are often told not to mention them unless you complain. Real examples? Toyota covered engine sludge repairs beyond warranty. GM had a 5-year hidden warranty on faulty steering racks. Nissan? They had 48 separate secret warranties running at one point. One Honda owner got a $2,000 transmission repair covered just by referencing a known TSB and opening a case. Here's the trick. Dig up technical service bulletins that match your issue. Bring the exact bulletin number to the dealer and calmly ask if your car qualifies. Mentioning forums, safety concerns, or known failure patterns often tips the scale. You might get a $1,500 repair knocked down to zero just by knowing what to say. It's simple. Do the research, present your case, and save big on repairs the dealer hopes you'll pay for. The best one's still coming. But before that, let's fix a flashy mistake that costs more than people realize. Secret number 2. Downsize your wheels and save big on tires. Those big, flashy 19 or 20-inch wheels might look great, but they hit your wallet hard. A set of 20-inch tires can run $240 each, while a more common 17-inch tire might cost just $140. That's a $400 savings per set every time you replace them. Now imagine doing that 3 times over the life of the car. You've just pocketed $12,200. And that doesn't even count the $300, $600 you could save avoiding a bent rim when a low-profile tire fails to cushion a pothole. Here's the move. If your car allows it, swap to a smaller wheel size with a taller tire. More sidewall means smoother ride, fewer bent rims, and often longer tread life. Plenty of owners even sell their large wheels, buy a used set of OEM 17s for $300, and never look back. Just make sure they clear your brakes. If the base trim of your car had smaller wheels, they probably will. It's a smart switch that quietly saves you thousands, ride after ride. Secret number 1. Lifetime transmission fluid is a marketing myth. If your owner's manual says the transmission fluid is lifetime, read that again, but with sarcasm, because what it really means is it lasts until the transmission dies. And if that happens at 100,000 miles, well, guess what? They say the fluid did its job, but real mechanics know better. Most experts recommend changing your transmission fluid every 30K to 60K miles, especially for automatics and CVTs. Ignore that, and you're gambling with a $3,000, $5,000 repair. One Nissan tech flat out said, "CVT fluid isn't lifetime. Change it or don't complain when it grenades." Here's the twist. Manufacturers do include fluid change procedures in their service manuals. They just don't advertise it, because no maintenance required sounds great when you're trying to sell a car. The fluid breaks down from heat and use, period. Doing a $200 service every few years is like buying insurance for your gearbox. If there's a drain plug, use it, because nothing labeled sealed for life should end your car's life early. You've outsmarted costly repairs. Now it's time to unlock your engine's full potential. Discover the surprising tricks that bring old engines back to life. Click here to watch the next video.